are you? Hello, lab. I'm so excited to be here for you guys because this is our first official training inside of the lab. Instead of going into a Zoom and just spending an hour chit-chatting, we're actually starting this week. We're going to be getting you guys some actionable steps to create content that kind of makes sense, like content that you can repurpose, content that has a formula behind it and a strategy behind it. Now, over the last 5 to 6 weeks here inside of the lab, we've actually been working through really getting familiar with the platform, getting familiar with producing content, with filming, what to do with that old content that we have just kind of like laying around. We've been cleaning things up for like 6 weeks, but we are ready, you guys, to get into the action. So make sure you guys drop me a hello so that I can see you. I love that you guys inside of YouTube, I can actually, with using StreamYard, I can actually see your comments and bring them up on the screen. Unlike in a group inside of Facebook, you can't do without StreamYard. So if you just make a little comment there, I'd love to know that you're here with me. If you're on replay, you can, and if you're on a desktop, you can go in the upper right-hand side and you'll see comments. You can actually open up the live stream comments and you can also make comments as well. Down below in the comments. I know for a lot of people, this is kind of different than doing a Facebook Live. And so you'll get used to it, but this is YouTube after all. And we are here to teach YouTube. And so we're on YouTube, y'all. And, but you guys can see this. This isn't for the world and it's not searchable. It's just like a little private place. So anyway, so tonight we've got a strategy and I promise you guys that this is easy. But this can actually get you a lot of traction. For those of you who are joining me live, or even if you're on the replay version, how do you use YouTube? I would love for you guys to drop in the comments, how do you use YouTube? When you go to YouTube, you say, I go to YouTube when? Are you going to YouTube for entertainment? Are you going to YouTube to learn how to do something? Are you putting it on dog TV for your dogs when you leave the house? Like, how are you using YouTube? A lot of times we use YouTube for, like I said, entertainment, but we use YouTube to solve problems, right? We've hit an obstacle. We want to learn how to do something. We're trying to change a garbage disposal. Garage door is broken. Outlet's not working. Let's go to YouTube. Oh, let's fix the washing machine. The washing machine isn't working right. Surely somebody has done this on YouTube, right? Somebody has done this on YouTube. So we tend to go to YouTube to solve problems. Well, as creatives, we don't feel like creatives and content creators, we don't always necessarily feel like we're here to solve problems. Like we don't feel like we're here, or we don't feel like our people have problems. But I'm telling you guys right now that our people do have problems. Yes, you guys, our people have problems. And so it is up to us to solve them. One of the things that I always say to do to get familiar with the people that you're trying to attract is follow other channels on YouTube. If there's a channel that does something similar, you desire to be like them, they have a fairly large following, go into their channel and look at their comments. Y'all listen, those comments inside of those YouTube videos are golden. Those comments are questions of which you can answer. And YouTube is really all about getting answers, right? Yes, there's an entertainment factor of it. But tonight, you guys, we are talking about using YouTube to get answers. As creatives, you guys have an incredible knowledge base. The problem is we know too much, right? I always say that, right? I'm like the thing, they already, why would I want to teach that? They already know that. That's just stupid. And then 2 days later, somebody will say, hey, do you know how to do such and such? And I'm just like, I give up. I give up. Okay. That's just the way of the world. Hi, everybody. I can see you guys. So thank you for chiming in. So we use YouTube to solve problems. Now that we're getting into more strategic ways of creating content for YouTube, we're going to have to change our ways a little bit. We're going to have to change our ways just a little bit. You guys have the tools to be able to do that. All right. And I've got slides tonight to help us out. And I have dog hair all over me. It's great, right? So tonight we are doing something called the 8-minute 2+1 YouTube formula, the 2+1. 2+1, don't overthink it. Yes, it is a formula. It is a formula that Nolan Mull taught me. I was so blessed to be under Nolan for 10 months, and I have the entire book of strategies and content and amazing, of which I have been applying to all of this paper crafting stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes to grow my own channel, to show the creative world that just do a little bit and you're going to get big results. Just do a little bit. Just do a little bit and you're going to get some pretty awesome, amazing, fabulous results from it. So the thing is, we just have to do something. And sometimes creating isn't enough. Nobody knows what we do inside of our house, right? Nobody knows. We have to show the world what we do. All right, so you guys, let's pop over to the first slide. And what exactly is the 8-minute 2+1? Okay, the 8-minute 2+1 is an 8-minute video. 8 to 12 minutes. It has to be at least 8 minutes. And let me tell you why it needs to be at least 8 minutes. When you get monetized, okay, when you are getting ready to be monetized on YouTube, your 8-minute videos, 8 minutes and higher videos are going to have midstream ads in them. Okay. 8-minute videos. You need at least 8 minutes for midstream ads. Why are midstream ads important? Midstream ads are extremely important because they're the highest paying ads. That means that you've got content in 8 minutes, and it usually a midstream ad will start rolling about the 3.5-minute mark, and maybe sometimes even up to the 5-minute mark. But that means that you have viable content. That means that you have content that people are like really wanting to watch. And that those midstream ads are the highest paying ads. Not the ads in the beginning, not the ads that start playing and you're like, oh, go ahead, and like our initial thing is like click out, right? No, you guys, it's the midstream ads. Why? Because a lot of those midstream ads you can't click out of. You got to go right through them. And a lot of those midstream ads are tailored for us. Let me remind you guys that Google owns YouTube. Okay. Your Gmail accounts, that your emails all come through. Like, Google knows what you're buying. They know what websites you've been on. They know your history. They know everything about you, and they can basically take that and put content in front of you that they think that you want to see. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, my friend Pete, he was actually, last week he had to get his truck worked on it, and he has a Chevy truck, his work truck. And we were talking about like Chevy trucks and all this. And what happened? Y'all, no freaking joke. No joke. I start getting Chevy commercials. I was mad. Like, I drive Euro. Like, I'm a Euro side. Like, actually, he's a Euro too, but his work truck is a Chevy. But anyways, I started getting Chevy ads, and I was so annoyed by it. I'm like, stop showing me these ads. I don't want these ads anymore. But that is the nature of the platform. And so 8 minutes is crucial inside of YouTube. Okay, so 8-minute content. You guys, 8-minute content is nothing. It goes by so quick. Okay, so quick. All right, let's pop that banner back up again. And so we can break down that 8-minute content. You're going to film 8 minutes. And in that 8 minutes, you are going to answer 2 questions. You're going to answer 2 questions. You're going to have 2, what are the questions? Question number 1 and the answer. Question number 2 and the answer. And then at the end, you're going to give a tip on how to avoid those mistakes, a tip to keep that from happening, a tip to keep moving forward. You're going to give a tip. That 8-minute video is 1 full video, of which actually becomes 4 videos. Say what? We'll get to that in just a minute. Okay. It becomes 4 videos and 3 shorts. So this is a great way for us to do something for 8 to 12 minutes and take it and break it down and have content for the entire week. You guys, it works. I'm telling you guys right now, this works. I have several of my members who've used this strategy over the years. It works. It totally works. And now, it wasn't until last year when I sat down with Nolan when he like actually like broke it down and like the reasons why it worked. And I was like, oh yeah, we've kind of sort of been doing that already. But it was just like we're repurposing content and now we're getting a little more strategic with it. The one thing that I learned from Nolan was to plan ahead. And a lot of times we just go right into making the content and then we go into branding it, optimizing it, getting the keywords, getting the hashtags. We have to change that, y'all. All right, we can't do that anymore. We can't do that. Okay. We don't want to do that anymore. And we just don't want to do that anymore. Okay. So let's pull this up here real quick and let's talk about Planet. Okay. We're going to take it back to elementary school and you're going to outline your content. Very, very easy to outline 2 questions and 2 answers and 1 tip. Very, very easy. You're going to use Chat GPT to map it out. Chat GPT is going to be your best friend. Here's the prompt that you're going to use. What are 2 questions about your niche that people search on Google? That's the key word. People search on Google. That is the magic formula right there. Why? Because when somebody goes to Google to ask it a question, Google owns YouTube, and that is always going to be Google's first hit is going to be YouTube. And if you have answered that question, the chances of you being able to be seen are much greater than not. All right. So you guys are going to use ChatGPT because you want to find out what your people are searching. What are your people searching? You're going to find that out. Okay. All right. So you need to map it out. You're not filming yet. You can't film yet. You got to map it out. You got to go question number 1, the thing, question number, like I want you to map it out. Little like, because you got to get 8 to 12 minutes out of this. You can do it. It's really easy. I've already been live for 12 minutes. Done. Or I haven't answered anything yet. All right. So map it out first. It is really important to work on your branding first. Create your hook, create your title, create your hashtags, create your description, and create your thumbnails before you film. Why? Okay, let me tell you why. You want to do it before you film because your hook and your title and your hashtags and your descriptions need to flow with your video. All right, here's a problem that we have. When we have content that we film first and brand later, you're answering your 2 questions. And I actually have 2 questions in my Chat GPT here. I went to my Chat GPT and I asked it, what are 2 questions people ask about junk journaling on Google? And Chat GPT told me, what do you use to make a junk journal? Okay, so that would be my hook. What do you use to make a junk journal? That is exactly what I'm going to do. Guess what's coming Friday? Literally. And then my Chat GPT told me people are curious about the basic supplies needed and what kind of junk can be repurposed into creative pages. And so basically I am going to answer that question and show them and whatnot inside of the video. Well, with that is going to be keywords. It's going to be hashtags. They're going to be things. We need to make sure that we're saying those words in our videos. This is why you got to map it out. So when you're saying, you need to start it off. Hey guys, I'm here with you today because what do you need to make a junk journal? What kind of supplies do you need to make a junk journal? So when we make a YouTube video, we have something called a CRT file. And that CRT file is our transcription file. It's all the words that we say. You guys, that is YouTube. How do you think that YouTube knows what to find? YouTube knows what to find based on what we say. And if our thumbnails don't match what we say, it can be a little bit more difficult to get the traction that we need. We need to plan it, then we need to film it. We need to brand it, then we need to film it. When you make your thumbnails, what kind of supplies you need, paper crafting 101, whatever, start your paint business today, whatever it may be, those are the words that you need to be saying. And this is why we need to put it out. You're going to put like little sticky notes at the bottom of your computer, wherever it is that you're doing. Because remember, we're answering a problem. in order to get traction on YouTube and the kind of traction that's going to keep you guys moving forward is that you need to appear to be an expert at what you do, right? You don't just make wreaths, baby girl. You don't just paint. You don't just sew. You have an amazing knowledge base that needs to be shared with the world. Answer their questions they're asking them. And if you don't know what they're asking, again, use ChatGPT. So I want you guys to plan out your content, write your little post-it notes. I want you guys to brand it out. I want you to have those hashtags ready, those keywords, and I want you to say those words when you're making your content. And you're like, man, this is becoming a Hollywood script here for 8 minutes. Indeed it is. All right. Then once you're done, you're going to film it. Take that outline and bring it to life. The content needs to be at least 8 minutes, but try to keep it under 15. The reason I say try to keep it under 15 is because you are going to have to do a little editing. Don't shut down on me just yet. It's really easy. You guys have all the trainings that you need to be able to do that on your dashboard. The trainings are already there. A really easy app called Video Shop that can help you do that. If you film it inside StreamYard, it's super easy in there. But if it's longer than 15 minutes, you're going to get frustrated on the editing side. Now, if you're a little bit advanced in the editing, great, whatever, knock yourself out, whatever you want to do, perfect. I hate editing. Y'all, I literally hate editing. Hate it. One thing that you could also do on the filming side of it is we're trying to get 4 videos. Well, you could film question number 1 and the answer in one video, question number 2 in the next video, give them a tip in the next video. That's 3 videos already. And then use Video Shop to go into Video Shop and select 1, 2, 3, merge them together. There's a video on how to do this, and that's your 4th video. So you could actually film it in 3 different sets. And then you have your 3 reels. Then you have your, you guys, 8 minutes. 8 minutes, and you have 8 minutes and 7 pieces of content in 8 minutes. It literally is as easy as that. Okay. So when I talk about repurposing it, your video number 1 is going to be a full 8 minutes, or you can do the reverse, like I said, and do the 3. Video number 2 is question number 1. Video number 3, question number 2. Video number 4 is a tip. Shorts, you can make them, you guys don't overthink it. Your shorts can be a still photo with text and music. You can take, if your question is literally, you have hey, what kind of supplies do I need for junk journaling? Check out my video. And then you go, after you post that, just that section of the question, you don't even give them the answer. After posting that, you can make a comment inside your shorts with the link to the full video, and you pin the comment. Does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense that you do that? Okay. So you make your short, and it could be a still photo, or it could be you asking the question, hey, what kind of supplies do you need for junk journaling? Take a look. It's like the answer is pinned in comments. They go into the comments, and it leads to the full video. And we have a better chance of getting them to subscribe from shorts if they go to the full video. Okay. All right. Driving traffic. All right. One of the reasons that you guys, that we as content creators, not really like you guys, but one of the things that is frustrating to us in the content creation world is when we feel like we're not being seen, when we feel like we're not getting the traction that we need. Creating YouTube videos based on what people are searching in Google is a great place to start. But if you want to grow your content, right? And a lot of you are not business owners here inside of the lab. You're just content creators. You want to show your love of creating and passion, and you're looking to try to monetize that. But it really is up to you to drive the traffic. YouTube is a platform where sharing is caring. YouTube knows where the links are coming from. YouTube knows when somebody clicks through to that video from Pinterest. They know when they click through that video, maybe it was on one of the Meta platforms. They know when that click through came from an email that you sent out. They know where you came from, or the organic searches, or you're a subscriber in the channel. You can see it in your analytics. It tells you in your analytics where your traffic is coming from. Y'all listen. It is your content. It is your idea. It is your passion. It is your job to drive the traffic. When you go and create and you spend this time to create content and you're over here like, come and knock on my door. I've been waiting for you. Like, no, you need to go be knocking on the door. Like they are waiting for you, but you have to do the door knocking. We cannot do this set it and forget it thing like we've done all these years. For a lot of you who've sold on Etsy all these years, you just set it and forget it. Like, I didn't get no Etsy sales, but you got to go there every day and like milk that cow. Like every day, you guys need to milk that cow. So, like, I'm starting to use that analogy, but it's the truth. Like, you have to be the door knocker. And it is your content. You spend all this time creating this content and you got to share it out. You got to get it out there, especially those of you who have a product to sell, those of you who have affiliates. Like it's one thing if you're just trying to focus on like YouTube ad stream, but if you have a product to sell and you have affiliates to get out and like in like whatever stream of revenue it is that you're trying to create or that you're trying to double down on, it is up to you, baby girl to girl, that like YouTube ain't getting nothing from it. Like they don't get anything from you. You're just bandwidth to them. It doesn't matter what platform it is. You have to drive the traffic. So how can you drive the traffic? All right. I know I have a few of you in the house, my bloggers. Where are my bloggers at in the house? My bloggers, I want you to create a blog post and link it to the video. And the blog post is literally going to be the 2 questions. And then you're going to link it to the video. Here's some tips and tricks on how to avoid this next time. Right. And it can be anything, you guys. You can literally go into ChatGPT and get problems for anything. And it's going to search what people are asking on Google. It's brilliant. Like absolutely brilliant. Email. Send out an email. 2 things you've always wanted to know about junk journaling. 2 things you always wanted to know about designing your own wreaths. 2 things you always wanted to know about sewing. Pinterest, create a visual pin. That just means a static pin or just a really pretty picture. I don't care if you use AI. I really don't care what you use at all, but it's got to be a really pretty visual because it's Pinterest. And you're going to link it to YouTube. And on that's going to like ask the question. And you're going to link it to YouTube or you're going to link it to the blog or you're going to send it somewhere for the love of God. Send it somewhere. And your social platforms. Yeah, I give you permission to post on Meta. You guys listen. Shorts, not shorts, stories. Stories are great because that's your current audience. Those of you who are big followings, right? Those of you have a lot of those ice cream friends. For those of you who have a lot of ice cream friends in Meta, and ice cream friends are like the people who never buy from you. Like you've got like 20,000 followers on Facebook. They never buy from you. They're just there. They're ice cream friends. They only want to be your friend when you're giving them ice cream, aka content that doesn't cost them any money and they don't have to do anything. If you have a large following on Facebook that's not paying the bills, you need to be using stories like 7 times a day because your stories are seen by the people who follow you. If you're trying to get them moved into your YouTube world, you're going to post it you're like literally on the side of the corner being a hooker. Like you're literally in your red dress at a hooker in the gas station, like right there in Malibu Beach, California. And you're like, woohoo, look at me. And you're literally going to drive them crazy. Like new content on YouTube, new content. Oh, look what I did on YouTube today. Oh, did you answer these questions on YouTube today? You're going to drive them. For those of you who have that large following on Facebook, you guys, like get in there. They're not going to see your wall posts. Okay. They're not. They're just not. I'm telling you right now, the same 3 or 4 people are going to see them. The way to get in front of them is going to be in stories, whether it's on Facebook or whether it's on Instagram. Use those stories to drive to YouTube. All right. Like use them. Here's the thing. YouTube, it's okay to have ice cream friends when you're getting ad revenue, right? Like you're getting consistent ad revenue. You also have to watch your content. But if they're watching your content on Facebook, they'll watch your content on YouTube. Don't say that they won't because I'm telling you right now, they will. Every single one of them has YouTube on their TV that they turn on every single day. All right. So you guys, my bloggers, y'all need to be blogging those questions. You need to get those emails out. You need to be using Pinterest and you got to use those social platforms to drop it like it's hot. Like you literally like pimp it out, drop it like it's hot, use those social platforms. All right. So in quick review, we are going to film 8 not more than 15 minutes or it becomes too difficult, or you can film in 3 small segments and push them all together. You are going to film your content. You're going to get 2 questions and answers and 1 tip. All right. Give them a tip to avoid how to make these mistakes in the future, or whatever it is that they're doing. You're going to plan out your content before you do your content. Now, some of you, like, that feels like elementary. It feels like you're like back in school again. Well, you are back in school again. Like, you're literally back in school again. But plan it out. The words that you say during that video are key. Literally, y'all, that's money on the table. All right. Then you're going to film it. Find the process that works for you with filming it. Get it uploaded to YouTube. Then you got your little short form videos to go with it. Now, if you're doing a 15-minute piece of content, like 8 minutes, 8 divided by 3, you should have 2.5 to 3-minute videos. Ideally, we want them over 3 minutes. Okay. Each snippet, we kind of want them over 3 minutes. When they're under 3 minutes, they automatically go to shorts. We want to keep them over, so really I should call it the 9-minute 3 plus the 9-minute 2 plus 1 strategy, right? So maybe I'm going to rebrand this into the 9-minute, but we want at least 8 minutes total for the one big video, because that's how we get the midstream ads. The 8-minute mark is actually a very key marker in midstream ads. So we want to try to get it over that side, okay, over the 3-minute mark, because then that way it goes over into the actual video. You got 3-minute videos, 3-minute videos, 1 9-minute video, and then you got 3 shorts out of that. It's brilliant, y'all. It's brilliant. So how do you put in stories to drive to YouTube? Marilyn and John just asked that. Marilyn, I'll answer that inside the Creators Nook on Friday. I'll put that in the Q&A pot and show you guys how to do that, because that actually has to do with a platform outside of YouTube. So I will. I'm writing that down right now. Stories to drive YouTube. So I will do a little training for you guys on that in that side. In YouTube, it would be a short or a post. Yeah. So so I'll show you guys, Marilyn, I'll show you guys how to do the stories to drive it. And sometimes it's easier on the desktop too, so we can do that. Ronnie says, hey there, my notifications didn't populate. Got to check out. Make sure your notifications are turned on your phone. Ronnie, on your YouTube mobile app. And if you're like me and you have 5 million YouTube channels, make sure you're logged into the right YouTube channel on your phone as well, so you get those notifications. So are you guys up for a challenge this week? You guys, can we do it? Can we get this done? Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's answer those questions. I already have my 2 questions. And so I'm going to be doing them on Friday. So I've got my 2 questions. And of course, I got my tips and tricks for the week, because I always do my freebie Friday, stuff. So I've got mine locked and ready to go. Anyway, so I hope you guys take me up on this challenge. I do think that this is a great way for you guys to start getting a little bit more traction on your YouTube channels. You've been doing great. I'm seeing the numbers. You guys are in the green. You've had an amazing month. Everybody is growing. And so I just want to see a little bit more growth, a little more traction. And so in order to get those traction, we got to answer questions that people have. All right. So you guys have a maybe amazing, fabulous week. We're going to be back here next week, Tuesday night, for another strategy. And then after that, the following week after that, we are actually, we'll be back. We're going to do, I probably end up doing some channel reviews. That means y'all have to get it together, because we'll do some channel reviews. Also, remember, the week of the 12th, we have our YouTube course, May 12th to the 16th of our freebie course. I will tell you guys, it is nothing that you don't already know, that you have not been taught. But I will be doing the freebie, because this is this is launched, you guys. We're launching the lab. We've come out of beta. I'm happy with how things are going. You all are progressing. It's working. And so I'm really excited. So we're going into a launch and hopefully we get some new lab friends, which means the more friends we have, we're going to be starting to work on some collaborations as well. And collaborations are really big and part of the growth, the ecosystem of YouTube and growing on there. And so just remember that's May 12th to the 16th that we'll be doing that as well. So we got a busy couple weeks coming up, but I'm pretty sure that you guys can get this done this week. All right. Because this is a no-brainer, like no-brainer. All right, you guys, have an amazing, awesome, fabulous week. And I'll be seeing you guys all next week right here. And there'll be a link. Look for the link in the group for next week's live video. Bye, everybody. I love you.